Alright guys, so we got a busy morning ahead of us. We're gonna go on a walk. Ryan prescribed an active rest day in our 12-week program. So we're gonna go on a walk, we're gonna stretch a little bit, and we're gonna go to the store, buy some food, and I'm gonna show you guys how I meal prep and whatever else. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so great tip here. If you guys ever go on a walk or a run, get your house key and put it in your shoelace. That way, you know, you never lose it unless your shoes get untied. Highly unlikely if you double knot them. And there you go. Alright guys, so walking is one of my favorite forms of cardio just because it's so low impact, and especially after a hard leg day like yesterday, I hit some hamstrings. Gets the joints moving, the blood flowing, and it helps me get rid of that delayed onset muscle soreness, that soreness you feel after you lift. So this really helps me like for the days to come, so I can go back in the gym on Monday, because today's Sunday, so Monday I'll be able to hit it pretty hard. Alright guys, so before I leave my house, what I like to do is I like to make a little shopping list, see what I need, go around my kitchen. So what this does, making a list, it helps me figure out like what I need, and so I can just be in and out of there. And it also gives me a game plan of like what to buy, so I don't like impulse buy and buy too many things that I don't need. Alright guys, so we're at the store here. Got our shopping list. Yeah, let's go buy some food. Alright guys, so the first thing we're gonna buy is bananas. So when I buy bananas, I always look for the smaller ones, because I find the bigger ones, so the longer ones like these. So these compared to these short ones. These short ones are always a little more sweet to me. The big ones, kind of long ones, are kind of like starchy, so I don't like that starchy flavor. Alright guys, so next thing we're gonna buy is lettuce. They got iceberg lettuce on sale today, so good way of picking out lettuce is, so you see how, look at the butt end of it. If it looks like that, that's no good. So always look for a fresh one like this. This one's pretty good. And yeah, go by the freshness of, you know, the butt end, what I call it. So potatoes are still on sale. I don't want the big bag, so I'll buy the small bag. I don't eat the big bag fast enough, so yeah. Small bag of potatoes. Don't need the big one. Now, so guys, when shopping, know like what kind of macronutrients you need. So I always try to pick out a protein, a fat, and some carbs to, you know, to shop for. And you know, you can base your shopping list around that. So like today we got bananas, strawberries, lettuce, and potatoes for our carbs, and almonds for our fat, and chicken for our protein. So yeah, know your macronutrients. Try to hit, you know, all three of them, and go from there. Build your shopping list. All right guys, so next on our list we got almonds. So I like to buy them raw in the bulk, just because one, they're cheaper, and two, I can control like what goes in it, because a lot of a lot of like pre-packaged, pre-made almonds, they cook them in oil, so that it actually like raises the fat content in them. So buy them in the raw and roast them yourself. I'll go into that, you know, how to roast them a little bit later. So yeah, about 1.5 pounds. All right guys, so next on our list we got strawberries. So I like to buy them frozen, you know, when they keep longer, and it's a lot cheaper than buying fresh strawberries. All right guys, and last on the list we got chicken. So when picking out a good chicken breast, look for the ones, so you see how these have like this bristle on it. I like to look for the ones that don't have too much of it. So this one's pretty good. This one here is not too much bristle, so this will do. I'll show you guys how to cook this later on too. So the thing is, like when I first started eating chicken breast, is how to make this thing, you know, kind of palatable, because chicken breast can be kind of dry. So all right guys, so got our chicken breast here, and what I did was I got some warm water and I threw some salt in there, about 2 tablespoons, because when using the Instant Pot you kind of need some water in there. So 2 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of salt. Alright, so now we're going to take our chicken, cut open the plastic lining, and we're just going to poke holes in the chicken like so. I don't know, for me it comes out pretty good, where it's like, you know, it kind of penetrates the meat, I guess. So I like to do this, poke some holes in it, then throw it in the pot. So we got our almonds, potatoes, and our chicken going. Just waiting for the oven to preheat. But, so when cooking your almonds, make sure it's kind of like one layer. You don't want to get too small of a pan where they're like stacked on top of each other. They don't cook very evenly. But, yeah, Sundays are usually kind of like my, my meal prep days, where I don't have to think about cooking during the week. So this is our setup going right now. Potatoes on the bottom, almonds on the top. All right guys, 15 minutes has passed on the almonds. And look at that color. So now we just let it rest. It's gonna crackle and open. But we got about, I think we got about half an hour on the potatoes. And we got 4 minutes on our chicken. But so what we're gonna do with the chicken is we're just gonna let it kind of naturally release, they call it. All right, so our chicken just finished. Just took it out of the pot. And I want to show you guys how easy this thing is to shred. Usually, shredding chicken is kind of tough, especially when you either gotta really slow cook it, or you just gotta be really good in the oven. But this Instant Pot, I'm not sponsored by them by any means, but that thing just flakes. Comes out so good. Like that. And this is literally how I shred my chicken, with a spoon. Alright guys, so 45 minutes passed on the potatoes and I took them out of the oven. They smell great. Almonds are done, chicken is done. So, all of this took me about, a little less than an hour to do. And I mean, most of it was just prep and the rest waiting. So, give it a try. Let me know how it goes, and stay tuned for our next video.